One bell, a calm pulse beneath it. Japan. And the story begins.
Some landscapes never feel empty, no matter how quiet they are. Lake Biwa is one of those places, Japan's oldest lake, a body of water older than temples, older than folklore, even older than the first written stories. To travelers, it looks serene, peaceful, a postcard of calm. But calm is deceptive. Tonight we walk ashore where the world seems gentle, but the silence is deep. A place where people vanish quietly and where stories slip beneath the surface long before anyone starts asking questions. This is Lake Biwa, a place where beauty and disappearance exist side by side. Before we talk about disappearances, we have to talk about the lake itself. Lake Biwa is ancient, 4 million years old. A survivor from a different world, existing long before Kyoto, long before Shiga Prefecture, long before the idea of Japan. Entire kingdoms rose and fell around these shores. Trade routes crossed the water. Pilgrims carved paths that still touch the lake's edges today. But beneath the history lie older stories. The listening lake fishermen say Biwa listens, not in a magical way, in a memory way. They swear it carries voices across impossible distances, soft, distant echoes that drift without source. The Dragon King. Ancient folklore speaks of a guardian spirit beneath the water, a protector of travelers who show respect, and a force that silences those who disturb the balance. Someone lost to the lake, they'd say, was taken, not in violence, but in quiet. The Vanishing Island. Historical records mention a small island that appeared and disappeared over generations, visible for decades, and then gone, not sunk, hidden. For more than a century, people have reported soft, floating lights drifting across the lake at night. Movement without boats, glow without fire, vanishing without sound. The soundless pockets. And then there are the places locals avoid. Areas where the lake goes unnaturally still. No wind, no birds, no sound. Just a quiet that feels wrong. If someone disappears in one of these pockets, people simply say, the lake was quiet that day. Not in fear, just recognition, like they've seen it before. This is not a supernatural lake, but it is an old one, and old places often hold their own rules. The suitcase that surfaced. On a cloudy morning in 2021, a fisherman noticed something drifting beyond the reeds. A suitcase. When retrieved and opened, it held a body, so far returned to the lake that identity, origin, and cause were impossible to read. No fingerprints, no intact clothing, no visible trauma, no clear story. Just a person found by chance in a place where chance rarely explains anything. And as quickly as the case appeared, it faded again into silence. The investigation ended quietly with no name, no resolution, no follow-up. Some locals whispered that the lake keeps what it wants, and sometimes, when it returns something, it returns only fragments. The suitcase wasn't the only unsettling event around Lake Biwa. This lake has a quiet history of unanswered disappearances. Cases dismissed as accidental or unexplained but never fully understood. The cyclist of Otsu, 2015. A traveler biking the famous Biwaichi route vanished. His bicycle was found upright, leaning against a guardrail. His pack untouched, the shoreline empty. No signs of a struggle, no footprints, no reappearance. The drifting kayak, 2020. A kayak was found floating in perfect condition, gear intact, paddle inside. Weather calm, but the kayaker never located. The night fisherman of Katata, 2009. A man who spent his life fishing the lake went out one evening. His small boat came back alone, anchor line cut cleanly, the water beneath it impossibly calm. Unidentified recoveries, multiple years. Bodies surface occasionally, with no confirmed origin, no established identity, and no investigation beyond the necessary minimum. None of these cases were labeled suspicious. None were declared criminal. They simply ended. A pattern in plain sight, disguised by the quiet. Freshwater erases quickly. Fingerprints, fibers, digital devices, clothing, soil traces, everything that helps tell a story on land falls away rapidly in the lake. Bodies move, objects drift, jurisdictions overlap. A clue lost near one village may appear kilometers away in a district unaware of its context. Japan is meticulous in investigating confirmed crimes, but Lake Biwa rarely offers confirmation. Here, the line between accident and something else is blurred by the water itself, not by intention, but by nature. And once a case is classified as unexplained, the investigation rarely deepens. This silence is not malicious, it's structural. A lake that destroys evidence meets a system that requires evidence. And what gets lost in the space between is the truth. When silence and geography align. In Japan, adults who choose to disappear are allowed to do so quietly. Privacy is respected, absence is not automatically treated as danger. But around Lake Biwa, the risk is different. Even those who never intended to vanish can slip into the same quiet category. Not by law, not by choice, but because water erases the story before urgency begins. A traveler who goes missing here could be logged as unconfirmed absence, not because they didn't matter, but because the clues needed to start an investigation never reached the shore. This is how silence expands, not through neglect, but through absence. The danger of feeling safe. Lake Biwa feels safe. It's surrounded by small towns, families, students, cyclists, and travelers on their way to Kyoto. Nothing about this place looks dangerous, but the safer a place feels, the less prepared we are when something goes wrong. And for foreign travelers, language slows communication. Video footage isn't always saved. Autopsies are not guaranteed. Cross-border matching is limited. And unexplained cases may not trigger deeper review. You don't need to vanish deliberately to be lost in a place like this. You only need a moment. A shift in wind, a silent pocket of water, a shoreline that watches quietly. The lake that keeps its own counsel. The suitcase case remains unresolved. The other disappearances remain open-ended. And the lake continues its ancient rhythm. Calm, quiet, unbothered. Lake Biwa is beautiful, and beauty can be disarming. It can hide the kind of silence that erases stories gently without ever feeling like danger. Some lakes take, some return. Lake Biwa does both, but never completely. In Japan, not every disappearance is treated like a mystery, and not every mystery is given a voice. But here, on this shoreline, you begin to understand how silence shapes what the world believes. If this story stayed with you, if the quiet of Lake Biwa made you think differently about travel, risk, or the landscapes we trust, I invite you to stay with us. Subscribe to Crimes Across Coordinates so you never miss the next chapter of this Japan series. And if you'd like to support the work behind these investigations, the research, the travel, the time, you can contribute to our tip jar. Every bit truly helps keep these stories alive. Thank you for listening. Travel safe, stay curious. And remember, some coordinates keep secrets and some secrets never return to shore.